I don't think he used this to make pizza.
That's for baking bread. What's pizza?
Don't worry about it. A cook?
Of some sort. Terrence.
Must be the guy that lived here. I don't get it. Why keep all of these? They're just common shells. Boats. All boats. So he or she was a cook?
He was. Terrence.
Terrence.
Do you? Cook?
No, but I make brilliant scrambled eggs. That's what I was told when I was 12.
By who?
My mum. With that book of his, I could learn to cook. That guy was so passionate about cooking. I assume it was a guy that wrote that?
Yeah. Terrence.
Right. Cordelia. I don't like that name.
Cordelia Crown. Haven't seen her in a while. She was nobility, and a big deal around here.
And that must be where the money came from.
Aye, they owned the Rogue Islands.
I'd love to see the world.
You will.
What's that engraving there?
For Beatrice.
It's locked. Where's the key? Beatrice Parker. Headmistress, I guess?
And this must have been her office.
Is this a letter?
In a tin can? What does it say?
15th of February 1921. My dear little elfins, the more I learn about the Crown family, the more I realize what wolves they were. As I've mentioned, the Crowns owned this island back in its heyday, but they were a haughty bunch and they took much more than they gave. But as I write these words cursing the Crown family, I realize that perhaps I am no better. True, I never owned an island, but like the Crowns, I didn't value life as I should. I don't think man is made to recover from war. Once he has seen such horrors, how can he pretend they don't exist? I miss you all dearly, and hope to find my way home to you soon. Your father.
Something's not right. I can't figure him out.
He knew about the crowns.
Wolves. They're not so bad.
They are if you're a sheep.
You must have attended school there too, as a child.
I never went to school. I learned to read and write, but not up there.
You don't remember who?
I do remember the book.
Oh God, what's that?
What?
That! Hello. Oh God. I'd like to ask you.
You can't be.
I'm sorry.
Why are you here?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't mean to be here.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. No, don't go! Well, that was rude. Who was that?
Was that a ghost?
Is that a tinge of fear I detect there?
Well, I've never seen a ghost before.
You are a ghost.
Well, I can't see me, can I?
Honestly. Oh my God, this beach. It's dazzling.
What, the water and the sand?
Don't you see those colors? The blue and green of the waves? Like that perfect blue lagoon wall paint.
Wall paint?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite pins.
You have a favorite pin?
I was putting together a board on how I wanted to redecorate my...
Oh, wait. This is where that old woman lived. What a tragedy. Ethel. She lost her entire family to the fever. Husband. And all 3 girls.
Oh, that's horrible. Ugh, this is the freakiest doll I've ever seen.
Have a little respect. That is a beautiful doll.
Is this actually a football? It looks ancient.
Music. There's so little of that on the islands these days. Back at the school, you said you wanted to travel. And you sounded sad.
It's silly, really.
I love silly.
I used to think I was going to dance around the world, on every continent, in every country.
You don't think that anymore?
Of course I don't.
Why? You're not going to answer me?
I did. I shrugged.
Like, with your shoulders? I can't see your shoulders.
Tough luck. I'm done talking about this.
Why aren't you afraid of me? It might be the more sensible thing to do.
I should be afraid, I guess. But I'm not. Must be your magnetic voice.
Yeah, deep down, I'm a siren.
Oh, did you lure me here?
You got me? Loneliness turned my heart black and bitter.
Well, I'm glad you did. I enjoy talking to you. You didn't really, did you?
Riley!
Just checking. I mean, it must get pretty lonesome out here, right?
I missed people, yes. No late night talks, that's for sure.
So you did want a companion.
And right on cue. Riley, you're going to have to trust me sooner than later.
Every time you want me to trust you, I trust you a little less. There's something odd about that house upon the hill.
I thought you liked it.
I do. But it must be at least 19th century.
I see what you mean. It withstood the test of time. There's more buildings like that.
How is that possible? Why? And so many things were left behind.
Anything you fancy? You can keep it.
Never. I can't take what's not mine.
It's not like anybody's gonna need it. Maybe the islands kept these things safe for you to find.
Don't be daft. You mean the rogue islands lured me here?
I'm not saying anything. I'm considering some options.
Here's another one.
Let's play it. I like listening to her voice.
Hiya, diary. I like sitting here. Reminds me of when I was a girl. You see, there were horses here. You can still see their pen and their stables. Secretly, I like to name them and imagine what it must have been like to ride them on that beach there. There would have been a Black Beauty, of course. God, I love horses. They're so wild and free. And when I was riding them as a girl, I felt the same. Wild and free. The wind blowing back my hair, the thundering hooves. Why did that feeling ever stop? And why did I think I'd find it here? The horses are long dead. And I'm trapped. On this island. In my head. With him.
I remember those horses. And the Evanstons. We leased a horse from them whenever we had a cargo that needed to go over the hill.
We?
The islanders.
This is recent. You think there's a shepherd around still?
These sheep don't need a shepherd. It's a breed that doesn't even need to be shaven.
You can't possibly know this.
I know this because that's what the farmers used to keep around here. I was there.
Oh, right. Wait, do you hear that?
No, what?
Why can't you hear it?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Fuck. What's that?
Oh, come on, honey. I want to drink this tea while it's still hot.
Mom, did you know that Rebecca from the grocery store has seen a will-o-wisp?
Has she?
Have you ever seen one?
No. Cheese or haddock sandwich?
Cheese, please. Just maybe Daddy's turn into one. A will-o-wisp, I mean.
Now you know that's not true. Daddy left. I know it's hard, but we have to accept it.
Just maybe is all. I asked Miss Jessup about will-o-wisps, but she said they're poppycock. She said there are no such things as ghosts who drift along the marshes. And the sooner I let go of such romantic notions, the better.
Oh, well, she might be right about that one.
Riley, what was that? Did you do that?
I'm not sure. Was it real?
I saw them too, if that's what you mean.
Who are they?
I remember the little girl, Pixie,
Pixie.
always running around the islands looking for adventures, discovering new clues to grand mysteries. Her words, not mine.
Did you see that little girl?
I did.
Daddy left. Those words must haunt.
I wish my dad had left.
Why?
Because he was a horrible person that made my life a living hell.
That's a good reason.
Yours?
Same bullshit, I'm afraid.
A graveyard? This is great. We can figure out names and dates.
This is not great. It's a bunch of dead people thrown together.
Riley, have a little respect.
Look who's talking.
Let's just take a look.
Archie.
I have left the troubled ocean.
That's dark. Nora Crown.
Doesn't that sound vaguely familiar to you?
Yeah. Cordelia Crown. Her name was on that school sign. Callum Compton.
Friend and uncle. Of who?
Don't know yet.
Died in 1833.
Oh no. Look, it's Beatrice Parker. She died.
Of course she did. She lived 2 centuries ago.
Still, it makes me sad. Scruff.
Died in 1944. That's late.
I am such a silly goose sometimes. Thought the evil spirit wouldn't follow me into a church. Shut up! Maybe I've seen too many movies. God, if you're listening, this spirit is evil. Hear me? Evil. Yes, I'm talking about you. I hear him all the time. Sometimes I wish I had gone back with the others. At least I could have talked to a psychiatrist or something. Now it's just me and him. Stop! These people you talk about, they've been dead for so long. Why does it matter? I don't understand any of it. I don't care about Cordelia Crown or why she thought she needed to confess. I want a bit of peace in my head. Yes, you gave me Seabrook, but you want me to stay on that beach forever? But why? Yes, I'm listening. Father Thomas, yes. He's the one that taught you to read, I remember. So he was here when it all happened.
Was she talking to you?
Not as far as I know.
Father Thomas.
You think he knew me?
Maybe he taught you how to read.
Who's it from?
Pixie.
The little girl?
I guess she grew up. Father Thomas. Cordelia Crown.
Died in 1833.
These notes about Cordelia Crown.
What did she do?
Beatrice. The headmistress, right?
Right. Dylan Sprouse.
A constable. Didn't know the islands had a police force.
Neither did I.
Softly at night, the stars are shining on you.
Ethel. She lived so much longer than her family. She was so strong. I don't know how she managed. I remember Cook. I saw him at a bar somewhere. I think he was behind the counter.
A bartender. I'm glad we got that over with.
You don't like churches?
Did you go to church?
I did. It made me feel part of something bigger. Everybody was always there. Even Cordelia Crown and her daughter Nora.
Did you ever talk to Nora?
No, I don't think so. She was always with her mother. She seemed nice, and I think she enjoyed the rogues. They just weren't very approachable. Are you knitting your brows?
What? Why?
I can't tell when you're annoyed. I can't see your eyes.
Can't see yours either. We're even then. Soldiers. Maybe the skipper was one of them.
I don't know. Not many islanders went to the First War.
Maybe he wasn't from the islands. He was a soldier.
Lewis Doyle.
He went to war.
The First War.
The horror he must have seen.
I remember that one lad. This picture's from the Second War.
So this Lewis Doyle was involved in both wars. So, you don't know who owned that boat, is that right?
No, ma'am, I don't.
But we're definitely talking about a military man here. That picture from the First War. Why did he keep it?
Maybe he was one of them?
Or his son? His brother? Honestly, we don't know anything about the skipper of that boat. We're not making any progress here.
But we are. We know he was a soldier.
How do we know this?
Because he told me.
What?
It's Scruff.
There it is again. That mirage. Or whatever it is.
You never send them.
They're meant to live here with me, not go out into the world.
Letters are meant to be read.
Maybe, my boy. And then again, maybe letters are just meant to be written. Huh?
I don't understand.
My gals, they're happier without me, no? They have lives, loves. I'm a sad old man who's seen more death than I care to share. And these hands, I killed with them. Can't wash that war away, no matter how many years at sea.
But those hands, they've also healed.
Healing doesn't make up for the taking of a life. There's no return from that.
Why write it all then?
I love my daughters. Think about them all the time. And I suppose I want to remind them and myself of all the good parts. Yeah, there's no sense to it. But it works for me. They have a new family now, and I have you, no? Lord knows you need someone to take care of you. Let's go find a spot for this one, my boy.
What about 3 sisters?
3 sisters. Yes, that works beautifully.
Was that Scruff?
There's no mistake. It is him.
Why didn't I see you? Because you were already dead.
I was dead. And he could hear me. Another letter.
Why does he keep hiding them? He should have sent them.
26th of September 1939. My sweets, as you've probably heard, war has struck again. We humans never seem to learn from our mistakes. During the First War, I was a medic, and my mission was to save the boys. But there were so many I couldn't help. Sometimes I had to make a choice over who should live and who should die. I essentially killed one to save another. The smell of death, The bodies, the blood, the screams of agony. They never let you go. I wish I could imprint all that upon these young boys who are enlisting. Their lives are never going to be the same. I cannot make them see. Instead, they're filled with excitement for the adventures they believe are ahead. I know no way to help, so I take them. My boat and I deliver them to the front line. My friend Carrie told me the myth of Charon, the ferryman to the river Styx. I feel like I, too, am delivering these boys to the underworld. All I can offer is a safe passage, but I cannot save them. In these dark days, I don't know if I can save Josh either. My head is a swirl, and I'm no closer to having an answer. That boy is my heart, and I have to help him. I'm so sorry to have written such a grim letter. I only make it through these times knowing you are in the world. Your loving father.
Ready or not, he could have ended this.
He didn't have a choice.
No, he didn't. He should have faced his kids. Shared his sorrow. Do you know who this is?
Archibald O'Sullivan. We called him Archie. A gardener. At the lodge, I think.
These are beautiful pictures, but why did he put them up here?
He must have found something there. Murder. Here on the islands.
Oh my god! Josh! Look! That's your name. Why did he think that place was so important? What happened there? Do you see that date?
June 18th?
I'm sure I've seen it before. A receipt for bottles.
That name Compton. We've seen it before.
In the graveyard.
Callum Compton. That's not Scruff's handwriting.
Where'd you get these notes? Is this about you? Kerry was feeding him.
Let's say they fed each other. He'd go fishing or hunting boar.
Is this him, Scruff?
Yeah, and that's Carrie. Thick as thieves, those two. That's his girls. He missed them so much.
Should have taken his boat and sailed home. No label, no nothing. Was he making his own liquor?
No, they look older. At least 19th century?
He should have sent his letters, not buried them. He never finished this one. Must have died suddenly.
From a broken heart. Literally. His heart failed. Still, he refused to leave me.
I'm sorry. I can't shake this feeling that he too was looking for you.
He was investigating? My death? I really don't like saying that out loud.
I know.
So you think he was trying to help me?
Yeah, obviously he failed. Callum Compton. He's the clue to all of this.
How do you mean? Wait. Do you think I was involved?
He died in that fire.
You think I started it?
You could have.
I didn't kill anyone, Riley.
You don't know that. You keep saying you don't remember anything. You want to believe that you didn't.
You need to stop talking.
Fine. Okay, so you and Scruff talk to each other.
All the time.
And he enjoyed that.
Yes, Riley. He enjoyed talking to me.
All those memories you recovered from your time with him.
They're not real memories.
They are. Hey, Josh. I need to get something straight. You and I, we're like partners now, right?
That's how I see it.
Good. Is that hair?
Yes. To remember the deceased.
So you'll always know where to find me.
Who's it from?
It doesn't say. Is she crying?
She looks sore, all right.
Maybe she's angry.
Whose journal is this?
Nora.
That's Pixie's mother.
Yeah, the woman from the picnic.
And from the eulogy in the priest's notebook. Remember?
Always, my love.
15th of October, 1819.
That's a clear time frame. Coleridge. How I love his words. This one is the tale of a ship and its crew.
Maybe her husband was a sailor.
Or she just liked Coleridge.
I used to see Nora on that beach. With her daughter, Pixie.
This was their home.
You're awfully quiet.
I'm thinking.
About?
Their life. Their home. But what about Nora's husband? Where is he?
I don't know. Away at sea.
Always.
What?
The words were engraved in her wedding ring. Meaningless now. If you say you love someone, you have to mean it.
Why are you taking this personal?
I'm not.
I love you, Tig. You know that. You and me, we're both fighters. So you're gonna have to be strong without me. You're gonna have to keep watch. Make sure no one enters this beach without me knowing about it, okay? Might be Daddy. And I might not be here. And I can't miss him. I can't not talk to him, or he might leave again. But if I tell him I love him, if I tell him I'm sorry, then he'll stay. I know he will. Okay, Tig? I'll be back before nightfall, so you're not alone. I know you're scared of the dark.
She made this?
I think she did.
Oh, this is interesting.
She really did picture herself as a true detective.
What was she looking for? It's the tiger toy. Oh, this may be the cutest thing I've ever seen. Quite the little explorer, wasn't she? Is this a backpack?
Shoulder bag, used specifically when hiking.
Looks like she did a lot of that. Her boots.
She was always running about the islands.
Guess she didn't want her mum to know.
She reminds me of you.
She's nothing like me. I just don't understand why she kept looking for her dad.
Because she believed in him. Isn't there anything you ever believed in? With your whole heart?
I believed in Santa Claus, and he never came after my mom died.
Callum Compton.
I remember him. He was up on Scruff's investigation wall. More of these bottles.
Contraband. We were all distilling it.
Liquor?
Whiskey.
Is this Archie?
Archibald O'Sullivan, yeah. I didn't know he had a record.
He was a criminal.
I wouldn't say that.
Josh, look. Pages have been torn out.
Scruff.
Yeah. This is where he got those notes from.
From Constable Sprouse.
What happened to the sea?
It's low tide, if that's what you mean.
If only that constable was still around. He could give me a second opinion on your trustworthiness. Sure he had a file on you too.
Thank you. Josh, is it?
Yes, Miss Crine.
You grew up here? On the islands?
Oh, yes, Miss Crine. We've been here for generations.
That sounds lovely. I think the islands are the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Me too. Of course, I've seen nowhere else. But in truth, I've never wanted to.
Oh, there is a blessing in this gentle breeze that blows from the green fields and from the clouds.
You've a way with words, Miss Crine.
Oh, Wordsworth definitely does. He goes on, and from the sky, it beats against my
Better
cheek.
be careful, Miss Crine. These waves have a mind of their own.
Yes. I feel Wordsworth today. It's as if the sky itself is aware of how happy this place makes me. I can see why you remain here, Josh.
I don't believe this.
That was me.
You were right there. In front of me.
With Nora. I didn't remember her, Riley. And now just like that.
I think you were her servant.
We need to set sail for Little Rogue.
All set for Little Rogue?
Let's get this show on the road.
Great. Out of coffee. Why are these islands not on here? Now, where's the lodge?
Patience, my dear.
Don't do that. It's so annoying.
What are you, 10?
My name is Riley. Call me by my name.
Let's go, Riley. Up.
A crown would never live in something as small as that, right?
I think it was the gardener.
The lodge. Like it's been waiting for me. Such bizarre little creatures. I don't know if I'm charmed or appalled. I think I expected something else entirely. More ornate walkways. Lavish galleries or something.
Oh, they had those. Up there. This mud and rock down here was just for us.
For the islanders?
To remind us of our place. This place gives me the chills.
I think it's pretty.
You always say that.
I do not. Didn't really care for that Lindenbury's place.
Now you're just lying. You said...
Who cares, Josh? Just enjoy the pretty beach.
No. There's a strange vibration here that I don't care for. Is that Beatrice there?
What is she doing here? No. I don't care. I don't want to talk to her anymore.
Why not? It's common courtesy. And I want to know what she's doing here.
I don't. Beatrice?
Oh, hello, Riley. That is your name, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's my name.
Did you get rid of that ghost of yours yet?
We're working on it.
So very hard.
Shh, not now. I'm talking to Beatrice.
I see you found your way to Little Rogue.
Yes, I really want to find the lodge.
That's very clever. You will find answers there.
I want to ask you a question.
By all means.
Are you expecting anyone?
Don't be ridiculous, girl.
You keep trying to see beyond the horizon. Why are you still here?
I used to come to this beach a lot. With my father, I think. Then he went up to the boathouse to talk to Archie. For hours. If they had enough whiskey to accompany them.
What do you want, Beatrice, from this place?
I don't want to leave. I have lost so many. I still miss the ones I loved most. And the ones that hurt me the worst. I cannot leave them.
You're the last one, Beatrice.
I know that. They've all been gone for so long. I forgot their names.
And yet, you do not want to go.
I do not. You never know. They might come back. You may leave me now. I will find you again.
And she's gone.
Why does she keep doing that?
Please stay.
You may want to come down from that tree, Miss Crown. It's unsafe.
Oh, but this is a solid branch. Why don't you come see for yourself? It's a new world from here.
Miss Crown,
Yes,
I'm glad you stayed.
that's awfully nice of you to say so. And I'm glad too.
To live a life unbound like that.
She wasn't completely.
All it takes for her to change her life is to go hang upside down from a branch.
It was a lot harder than that. With her mother.
You liked her.
I think I did. We may have been friends, even.
Sure looked like it. She stayed at the lodge back then.
I seem to remember so.
I'd like to see her room. Do you like being around me?
I do. Do you like having me around?
Much against everyone's advice. Yes.
Enough to be friends?
Wouldn't call it that exactly.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I haven't had, a lot of friends. It makes me uncomfortable.
All you have to do is let me in. It's not that hard.
You're already in, and it is very hard. So, this is Nora's house.
Her mother's.
Cordelia Crown.
But that's her window, up there. I remember her climbing out to go down to her tree. If you go up that lattice,
I'm good.
I just wanted...
Watch and learn.
I've been here before.
The captain braved the dark waters of the seven seas. Oh, what's that?
That's the baby,
What is she doing in there?
fluttering around like a pixie.
She's putting up a fight, that's what. She's fighting off sea monsters in there.
I don't have sea monsters in there.
Our girl's braving the deep, dark waters.
You don't know it's a girl?
I do too. Fierce as a tiger, Captain Pixie will sail the seven seas. Swoosh! She'll brave storms, slay sea monsters.
You idiot. Oh no. Mother, quick, the window.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I'm... her father?
You weren't just friends. Why didn't I see it?
It was me?
I don't think you left. Everything in that room screams happy family. Why would you leave?
Dad. That's me. She wrote to me. I can't bear it. Pixie loved that. She used to play with her grandmother. Why do I remember this? I don't want to remember.
Is this a code?
6 figures. Must be. Who cares about these numbers, Riley? Children's books.
Look, she wrote to Pixie. Your daughter.
My daughter.
I think Cordelia knew something about you. Is this for real?
If it's there in front of you, yes, it's real.
She was involved in this smuggling business.
She owned the business. The key to the boathouse. Cordelia kept it in the study. You'd better go get it. No. Get me out of here.
We both have to see this.